Hi there, gorgeous! Hope you're having a fabulous day. In today's video, we are taking a stroll down memory lane, and if you've been subscribed to this channel for a long time, then you're going to recognize probably all the favorites that I am sharing with you here today. These are makeup products that I have not used in years, but years ago they were my go-to everyday, had to use them, had to have them kind of favorites. And I've just put them aside and discovered new things, and I'm going back and rediscovering them. So I want to let you know up front that this video is being sponsored by Lancome. Very special thank you to them for sponsoring today's video. And let me show you the entire full face of old but rediscovered new favorites. I'm doing things a little bit out of order from what I traditionally do. Usually I'll do my eyes first, my face last, but I'm going to do the reverse here today because I'm so excited about this foundation. And I have not used this one in a long time. Do you remember? This will see how long you've been on this channel. This was my favorite foundation ever for the longest time. Lancome's Tarte Idol. And the shade that I use is number 110 Ivory, or Ivoire, however you want to say that. I love this foundation. It's amazing. And right now, Lancome is having a friends and family sale where you can save a lot of money and get this foundation at a really great discount. It's 25% for everyone who shops on their website, or if you sign up and get an account, you can save 30% on all the products on their website. And this foundation is one of my absolute favorites. It always has been. I love it because it is not cakey. It goes right on to the skin, blends in, very little effort required. It's one of those that you can build up to where you can get a sheer coverage with it, or you can get a heavier coverage with it depending on your preference. And it does a beautiful job of evening out the skin tone, and it just looks great. And it lasts all day. I have oily skin, which is really hard to find foundations that will last all day, but this one holds up to Florida heat and humidity with no issues. It will not break down, it will not rub off, and it looks beautiful. Yeah, if you're interested in that sale, I will have all the information listed for you below in the description box. Great way to save some money and get some excellent products. The next one I have to share with you is from number 7. This is their Lift Illuminate Serum Concealer. Shade that I'm using here is Fair. I get so busy using all my other products that sometimes I forget about little gems like this one. And I love this concealer. It's great not only for under the eyes, but also for blemishes around the face. It's one of those that is a multi-purpose, multi-functioning type of concealers, and it's just beautiful. I have not done my face makeup before my eye makeup in so long that this is very weird. It's just weird. Now, just because I'm labeling this video as products I have not used for years does not mean that they've been sitting in my drawer necessarily for years. They are just products that I've either loved in the past, maybe I've held on to them, but then some of them I did have to replace because of expiration dates and whatnot. So some of the stuff is new in the sense of having just purchased it, but not new in the sense of used to be an old favorite. Now for the eyes today, I'm using an old palette, and this is the original because you can't get it anymore, but I love this palette, so I'm picking it up and using it today. And that is the Carli Bybel Deluxe Edition 21 color eyeshadow palette. Do you remember this one? I love this palette. It has so many beautiful warm tones in it, and I thought because, hey, it's coming up on June here, we're heading into summer, let's pull out the warm tones. I used to do an eye look with this palette. That was my go-to for so long, and I loved it because it made my eyes look so blue, so I'm going to try to remember that here. First shade I will take from the palette is this one that has a running dent in it. And I'll apply that in the crease. And I'm only taking a small amount because there is a little bit of fallout with these eyeshadows. And don't want to mess up the face. Now, something you can do, I'm not going to do it, but you can do if you enjoy doing your face before your eyes, is you can take translucent powder and pile it up underneath your eye area right here so that it catches the fallout, and then when you're done you just sweep it away. The only bad thing about that is that if you have texture underneath your eyes, the translucent powder will bring it out. So yeah, there's pros and cons to everything. Then, if memory serves me right, I would have taken this shade more than likely and apply that onto the inner half of the lid. And And then I would go in with the real dark burgundy at the end of the palette right here. This is simply gorgeous. And I take a little bit of this and apply it to the outer half of the lid and then blend it up into the outer V. And it creates the most gorgeous combo. Wow, I love this. I forgot how much I love this. You can also, if that bright pink shade on the inner half of the lid is a little too bright for you and you want to recreate this look, you can also take this shade right here. That was another one that I would use interchangeably when I was creating looks with this palette, and that one is so stunning. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm gonna take another old favorite. This is Stila's Stay All Day Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Damsel. It's really nothing more than a dark brown. Rimmel makes a really good one too if you're looking for a more affordable option. There are a lot of high-end products in this video because years and years ago, that was a good majority of what I used. It hasn't been until the past few years that I've really started using drugstore products more. And it's so interesting to go back and look at my older videos compared to now. And for the brows, I'm using NYX's Micro Brow Pencil in Auburn. This was my go-to for so many years. I loved it, loved it, loved it. Went ahead and added some lashes. The ones I'm wearing today are from my lash line. For those who have been waiting, you'll be happy to know. These are the style Angelic. They are back in stock, finally, as well as Daddy's Girl. That's another pair that we've been out of stock of for a little while, but those two are back in stock, and I am anxiously awaiting for the Best Mascara and Authentic to come back in stock this next month. So looking forward to that. For the rest of the face here, I am going to take this, oh my gosh, this is so old, but used to be one of my go-tos. This is the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer, and I would use it on the cheeks as a wash of color, and I haven't used it in so long, but it's simply beautiful. By the way, I didn't put any powder on my face because I really don't need it, and you can see it's just a very light, dewy, luminous look with the foundation. I absolutely love it, so I'm going to leave it like that. And I'm taking a little bit of that bronzer, and I'm going to use it almost as a blush on my cheeks because I really love the color with this stuff. For my blush, I'm using another one I haven't picked up in so long, but this is one I used to use all the time, and that is the Chanel blush in the shade In Love. It's a light peach. This is such a beautiful color, and I'll layer it over the top of that Tarte bronzer. Loving this. This is so beautiful. Before I complete this look with lips, I am going to add a setting spray, and this is an oldie. My gosh. Model in a bottle setting spray. This is like hairspray for your face. It's putrid as all get out. I mean, it stinks. It's like the heaviest perfume you could imagine. It's gross, but you know what? It works. Every time I wear it, I'm like holding my breath because when you first apply it, it is chock full of scent. It goes away, but it's like, And for the lips, I'm taking two of my old favorites, and I'm going to combine them up together. I'm using Wet n Wild's Bare It All, which is a neutral brown. This is a dupe for so many lipsticks, but it's a great shade. And I'm going to combine that with Blushing Beige. Been a long time since I've used this one. And this was usually the lipstick that I would pair up with this Carli Bybel palette because this is the most perfect peachy nude, and the two would just go great together. But it can be a little too loud all by itself, so adding in some of the Wet n Wild brown does bring it back to life a little bit and gives the lips a little bit more color. Let me know what some of your all-time favorites are from years gone by. We'd love to hear yours as well. And if you're interested in any of the products I used here today, all of them will be listed below for you in the description box. Thanks for being here, for taking the time to watch. Look forward to seeing you again next time. Have a beautifully blessed rest of your week. Got a wrecking ball in here today.